Hello, Infinite Creator. We're going to talk about sovereignty. This is a word that gets thrown around in the spiritual marketplace quite a bit. It's more than just some lofty concept. It really has to do with your nervous system trusting you more than it fears the world. I'm just going to say it that way because that's a pretty elegant and clear way to put it, I think. And it takes the loftiness out of this idea of sovereignty and makes it more practical. Because when your nervous system trusts you, there's no longer a need to be hypervigilant. You're not trying to control everything. You're not trying to be approved of and accepted all the time and validated by someone or something outside of you all the time. You stop ending up in these repeat coping and managing loops. It relaxes you. Your sovereignty relaxes you. So we're going to talk about that today, and I'm going to take you through a process of experiencing sovereignty through a little guided journey. So stick around to the end, because I do have a special offer for those of you who are soul-led mentors, spiritual entrepreneurs, energy healers who want to experience more sovereignty and a nervous system regulation and approach quantum level identity shifting into your ideal life and life's work, where you have safety, clarity, self-trust, capacity to expand, and sovereignty. So I'm Kathryn Massell. I'm a soul-led mentor. I'm a master intuitive energy healer for the last 25 years. And I created this channel to guide spiritual entrepreneurs, energy healers, and soul-led business owners through a structured, values-based identity recalibration. It's time for you to increase your capacity to handle expansion without triggering more burnout or self-sabotage. If that's you, you are in the right place, and I welcome you to my channel. And today, talking about sovereignty, it's not about just throwing around this lofty concept and trying to grapple with some idea of it. What it can look like and what it can feel like are really important to highlight here. So sovereignty is being in that place. It's an alchemy. It's an inner alchemy where safety, clarity, self-trust, and your capacity to expand all integrate. It is an inside job of shifting into your ideal reality. And it's often not very dramatic. It's kind of subtle, actually. It's steady. It builds incrementally. But when you have it, you know it because it's unshakable. And so in your body, sovereignty might look like rest feeling neutral, not earned. It'll look like the kind of success you have that doesn't create exhaustion. You can feel it like it's okay to be visible, being authentically you, and it doesn't feel like a threat. And in your relationships, you might not be in this place anymore of over-functioning to take on the needs or even the mistakes of other people that you are in relationship with in order to keep preventing conflict. And where you don't always need to agree with people in order to feel stable, you can hold your own. You have boundaries, you have standards that you can hold without the need of someone else's approval or feeling like everything collapses outside of you if you have these boundaries and standards for yourself, that you can disappoint someone and it's okay because you're not abandoning yourself. And you're not shrinking to maintain connection because you feel like you're going to be missing out on something if you don't have that. In your business, you're not lowering your standards in order to keep clients. You know who's a right fit to work with, and below that, you shall not diminish yourself. You also exhibit sovereignty in your business where you're not trying to over-deliver in order to earn worth. Or you can raise prices without feeling internal chaos. You can pivot in what you're doing because you know this is this is just not feeling right for me. It doesn't feel aligned with my values, my goals, and my whole identity doesn't need to collapse if I pivot in my work and decide to focus on something else for a while. And more importantly, in decision making, we exhibit sovereignty when you don't need 14 other opinions to tell you that you're doing the right thing, right? You can make quick decisions and you don't spiral after choosing or deciding. And you're not rehearsing conversations in your head for hours. That's sovereignty. And what it feels like, and we're going to go into a guided practice here, sovereignty, it feels like spaciousness in your body. It feels like fewer internal negotiations. It's a quiet poise and confidence. You don't have these adrenaline spikes and crashes. You say what you mean and you mean what you say. You don't go into these bouts of relief after you're managing and trying to control yourself for situations, and then you go into this period of relief. There's less of that. There's less of the mental noise associated with that. It feels like being internally seated, sat into your place of power. You're not bracing or white-knuckling, waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're not performing, you're not proving. You're just exhibiting a level of calm certainty. And when I help my clients experience their quantum level identity shift into their prime identity, and your prime identity is the version of self that existed before you started to question, is it safe to be me? Is it safe to express myself? Is it safe for me to ask for what I want? Is it safe for me to receive what I want? Your prime identity is the you before you started asking those questions, before you learned ideas that are false illusions like worth or deserving. And sovereignty is really what I do in helping clients restabilize into that prime identity. In other words, the you that was fully well-resourced when you came into this existence. And from a metaphysical standpoint, the prime identity is the self organized around wholeness. We learned a survival identity that's organized around protection, but your prime identity, your original pristine settings, your God vibrational self that you came into this existence with, it was there, available, you were fully well-resourced at birth. That self is organized around the wholeness that you already are. And when you stabilize safety with clarity, self-trust, and capacity, these are all things that I'm working on in Sovereign and Self-Sourced Masterclass series, which is coming up on March 2nd. If you want to get in there, I'll have details in the description of this video. But it's about collapsing the survival architecture. That's all learned. That's not inherited, that's learned. Sovereignty is what remains when you clear all that out. Those learned behaviors, those learned ideas and false assumptions about deservingness or worthiness. Those are fictions that were created. They're not real. They're not true, unless you think they are. So the most grounded definition of sovereignty is really practical. It's not lofty. It's not some pie in the sky ideal. It's your nervous system trusting you more than it fears the world. So when your nervous system trusts you, you're not in that hypervigilance, constantly scanning for threats, where you're trying to control and micromanage every aspect of your life. That stops. Where you're constantly seeking approval, validation, that stops. The coping loops stop. You're relaxed, and all your systems can expand. Creative outlets are reopened. When you are experiencing sovereignty, it's not about, becoming untouchable or so incredibly assertive that you're not relatable or accessible. It's about inner congruence. And when you're congruent, expansion feels natural, wealth feels safe, visibility feels deserved, leadership can be embodied, rest feels intelligent and less like a reward or something you had to earn. That's the prime identity stabilized, activated, experienced. So I'm going to take you through this experience of stabilizing sovereignty within you, entering the prime identity. So don't listen to this part if you're driving. If you are, you're doing anything physically taxing with your body, I would pause this and come back. And if you're ready to proceed, you're in a space where you won't be distracted, you're comfortable, you're relaxed, seated, feet flat on the ground, palms open in your lap, palms facing upward, taking a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting your eyes gently close, letting the body gently settle into whatever position you're in, ideally to be seated, sitting up straight, posture straight, shoulders back, chest open, but you can be laying on a flat surface and try not to cross your limbs, your legs or your arms. Make sure the spine is straight. Relax your jaw. Relax your brow. Relax your cheeks, your neck, your shoulders, chest, all relaxed. Just arrive here and center yourself in this moment. And in this moment, just bring attention to your body and become aware nothing is wrong. I am here. I am safe. I'm safe to receive. And just notice any tension that comes up around that idea, that you're safe to receive, anywhere you feel contracted or any kind of hyper alertness around that. Don't try to change it, just notice it. And then state, my system is working perfectly. My body is working perfectly. Life is working perfectly. Again, noticing any contraction or alertness, but let it land all the same. Despite what the ego might think about that statement, that everything is working perfectly, my system is working perfectly, my body is working perfectly, you're not using it as an affirmation. It's an orientation to your truth. That you are ultimately okay, that everything is ultimately okay. Ultimately, from a quantum view, yes. Because nothing is random, you are not random. Whatever you feel right now, especially if there's contraction or tension or tightness, any alertness coming up, you just know that your inner protective system is trying to keep you safe from something. Where is that in the body? Place one hand on wherever that is, your chest, your stomach, could be your leg, pelvic region, could be your neck, your throat. Just let your intuition take over here and put your hand where you are guided to. And take a deep breath in and out. And say, I am not broken. I am whole. And just pause and breathe and come back into presence You're not going back into memories or echoes, things that happened to you. You are present. You pause. You breathe. And if you need to say it again, I am whole. Just notice what shifts. It might be very subtle, but the more present you are, the easier it will be to pay attention. You're not arguing with anything here. You're not trying to fix or change anything. You're stating your orientation. Your orientation from the quantum level view is that you are whole. That is an irrefutable truth in the quantum view. You are one with everything. So this is our baseline. This is where we're starting. And now you breathe. We move into this next level. You bring to mind something currently stretching you. Could be a decision that you're waffling over, some expansion or area of growth that you are trying to facilitate, a next level, okay? A desire you want to move into. Just notice where your body is reacting to that. You might feel a pang of fear, and you can go in and place a hand over that area of the body. And simply ask as you breathe in and out, what value of mine is being activated here? Because anywhere we feel stretched or we're trying to create movement and we notice resistance, that resistance is intelligence. That resistance has a value it is trying to fulfill. And it almost always crosses over with some value that you are consciously trying to fulfill. And it's protection, which shows up as resistance or avoidance of the thing that you say you want, is really just a part of you protecting yourself. Part of you that has been assigned a role and learned rules early on about staying safe. So you ask again as you breathe in and out, what value is being activated here? It might be freedom. It might be integrity, honesty, loyalty, impact, generosity, authenticity, growth, joy, passion. Let the answer surface on its own without needing to force it. You're listening here. You're not trying to control the situation. So just feel how different it is to orient to this value instead of fear. And you'll notice that the fear starts to contract. It starts to give way and give over to the value. And your attention and your focus starting to organize around the value instead of the fear. Just stay there for a moment. And you're letting that value be activated even further the longer you put your attention and awareness on it. And we're going deeper now into listening to this resistance. Gently bring your attention to the part of you that still wants to hesitate or pull back or contract, where you feel pressure or heaviness or tightness. This is the part of you that is saying, out of protection, slow down, not so fast, be careful. Or what if this happens again? You're not trying to push this away. You're not trying to push any of this away or bypass any of it. You've been doing that a long time and it hasn't worked. So instead of pushing it away, you breathe, you notice, and you internally say, I know you're protecting something. What are you trying to protect? You just pause. You wait. You create space for an answer. You're not afraid of seeing anything here. There's nothing you can't handle because it's all you. And you may feel an image, a memory, a sensation, a word emerging here. Just let it come up. Whatever it is, you can handle it because it's you. There's no part of you that you can't handle. It's all you. So let the image, the impression, memory, and echo, could be a sensation in the body, it could be a word. Just thank it. Just thank you. Be genuine in your gratitude, because resistance softens when it is respected, because it's just a part of you that you haven't been acknowledging. You haven't been paying attention to it. It might feel a little disrespected. So when you soften around this resistance, it starts to feel like it's heard, it's noticed, it's important. And it is. Of course it's important. It's you. It's a part of you that fragmented early on. And it regressed, and it stayed regressed as a younger version of you. And it never got the memo that the rest of you grew up. You might be greeting this energy like it's a child. Probably is. Your inner child, one of them. Anyway, so just notice what happens in your body when you stop fighting yourself this way. And you're thanking it genuinely. Thank you for protecting me. I want to move. You want to move. So you're having a meeting of the minds here. The version of you who wants to easily hold expansion. The version of you that learned rules about forcing or pushing back against that. You're not trying to judge it. You're recognizing it's part of you that has just up until this moment been misunderstood. Maybe a little disrespected. Maybe many times in your life told to go away. But it's all part of your prime identity. Just gently notice this piece coming back into the wholeness of you. Now imagine the version of you who can easily hold expansion. Imagine she's right in front of you, or he's right in front of you. And just notice what he or she looks like. And it's completely normal to see yourself this way. Whole and complete. Your prime identity, well-resourced. Everything you need is already within you. There's nothing wrong with what you want. There's never been anything wrong with what you want. There's only what you want and the means to get it. That's it. Everything else had meanings attached to it that were unnecessary and unhelpful. So you and your prime identity, notice how you stand, how you breathe, how you hold yourself, your posture, your poise, how you move, how you respond to pressure and challenge. And just let your body subtly mirror this posture of this ideal prime identity self. You can lengthen your spine here. You might notice your jaw softens, your shoulders roll back a little bit, exposing more of an open chest, an energy of confidence and competence. Deepen your breath. This is you right now rehearsing a new stabilized baseline, inner congruence. The more you practice this, it stops feeling like a rehearsal and it's just who you are. And as you breathe in and out, you say, it is safe for me to hold more. Breathe in and out. I am safe becoming the one who can hold more. And as you breathe and say this a few times, each time breathing deeply in and out, your nervous system is regulating and registering to the calibration of that proclamation, that declaration. This is you and your sovereignty, sourcing safety, security, stability from alignment, congruence. You brought a resistant part of self back into wholeness. You experienced and are experiencing more congruence right now. There's less of you at war with itself. And now as you breathe in and out, repeat after me. My system, my operating system is intelligent. My choices organize around my values. My resistance is intelligent and is only here to serve me. I am built for more. And notice what your body feels like now. Now that you are focused and aware on these statements, all coexisting together in this beautiful alchemy of sovereignty. No more bracing, no rushing, no proving, no managing. There's just internal alignment, coherence, congruence. This is sovereignty. And it feels like spaciousness. It feels like being seated back in your power. It's a quiet, calm, certain steadiness. And now to integrate this fully and to do a calibration check of this new energy coursing through you. And it's not new at all. It's your prime identity. You've reclaimed it. Ask yourself, if I trusted myself more than I feared the world, how would I move today? What bold action would I take? Don't try to answer this intellectually. That'll be the ego chiming in. Let your body answer. Go internal. Imagine you're going inside your body and asking this. And before opening your eyes or shifting back into activity right away, even though you might be really inspired and want to act right now, that's the ego sense of urgency. You breathe and you stay with this sovereignty just for a moment more because you're still calibrating it. You remember, sovereignty is not something I need to perform. It's who I am. It's what remains when I stop abandoning myself, choosing against my own values, choosing against my own standards and boundaries, which ought to become a little clearer for you now that you have staked your claim and your prime identity and the sovereignty you're feeling. It's not some future version of you. It is you. It's the version of you your nervous system is relaxing into when it knows you're aligned with that, when you're behaving in alignment with that. That doesn't involve a sense of urgency in trying to do all the things and doing all of them now. Your intuition will guide you. into the next step, and then the next, and then the next. And as you breathe into that, you remember, I'm just calibrating and regulating so I can optimize this frequency. All I have to do is pay attention to myself in the moment, and I'll be led exactly to where I need to go. And what happens is your decisions feel a lot cleaner. Those hard edges of life start to feel a little safer. This is your sovereignty stabilizing. You're reorganizing your experience of life from the inside out. Well done. Well done. And if you want the experience of this, if you are a soul-led mentor, spiritual entrepreneur, energy healer, and you're done trying to negotiate an identity shift, just try to do one thing at a time. Just trying to focus on mindset, just trying to focus on breath work, just trying to focus on strategy or output or productivity, or just trying to focus on the spiritual or universal quantum perspective. It's an alchemy. An identity shift is the result of alchemy, meaning you are putting together a lot of things that are comprehensive in their approach, from a layer underneath mindset, somatic, strategy, and spiritual bypass. Because your identity is complex and holistic, so your approach to initiate change in your identity, back to your prime identity, to experiencing more and more sovereignty, also needs to be complex and holistic. That's what I share in Sovereign and Self-Sourced, this masterclass series starting on March 2nd. You want information, you want to join? There are limited spots available. There are less than 10 spots left. So if this is you, you're going to want to get in here right away. All the details are in the description of this video. I want to thank you all for being here and listening and stepping bravely, fiercely into your sovereignty. It's been my pleasure and privilege to help guide you in this endeavor today. Many blessings, lots of love, and bye for now.